Knowing the skin's underlying structure and basic needs is crucial in order to provide excellent skincare for clients. You will need to recognize adverse conditions, including skin diseases, inflamed skin, and infectious skin disorders, so that you can refer clients to medical professionals for treatments when necessary. 21st century skin care has entered the realm of high technology, so you must learn and understand the latest developments in ingredients and state-of-the-art delivery systems in order to help protect, nourish, and preserve the health and beauty of your client's skin. No matter how advanced the latest skincare technology may be, you still have to learn how to care for your client's skin and know what you should do to keep it healthy. That means you must study the structure of the skin, how skin grows, and why it is important to maintain a healthy diet. The skin is the largest organ of the body. It is a direct reflection of the nutrients you eat and the healthy habits you keep. Cosmetologists are not allowed to diagnose, prescribe, or provide any type of treatment for abnormal conditions, illnesses, or diseases. This includes ones related to the skin. Although cosmetologists refer clients to medical issues to dermatologists more than any other type of physician. Dermatology is the medical branch of science that deals with the study of the skin and its nature, structure, functions, diseases, and treatments. While a dermatologist is a physician who specializes in diseases and disorders of the skin, hair, and nails. The skin is the largest and one of the most important organs of the body. It covers 3,000 square inches, weighs 6 to 9 pounds. It protects the muscles, bones, and nerves. It is a barrier against the environment. Healthy skin should be free of any visible signs of disease, infection, or injury. Healthy skin is slightly moist, is soft and flexible, is smooth and fine-grained, has a surface that is slightly acidic, has immune responses that react quickly to organisms that touch or try to enter it. Continued pressure causes calluses. Appendages of the skin include hair, nails, and sudoriferous sweat and/or sebaceous oil glands. The skin of the scalp has larger and deeper hair follicles to accommodate the longer hair of the head. The skin is composed of two divisions, the epidermis and the dermis. The epidermis is the outermost and thinnest layer of the skin. It contains no blood vessels and has small nerve endings. The epidermis is made up of 5 layers. The stratum corneum is the first layer. It is the horny layer and is the outermost layer of the epidermis. Its scale-like cells are constantly shed and replaced. Cells contain the protein keratin. Cells combine with lipids or fats to make the stratum corneum a protective, water-resistant layer. The complex of lipids between the cells is known as the barrier function, whose purpose is to keep the skin moist by preventing water evaporation and to guard against irritants penetrating the skin. The second layer, stratum lucidum, is the clear, transparent layer under the stratum corneum. It consists of small cells through which light can pass. This layer is thicker on the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Stratum granulosum, also known as the granular layer, is the layer of the epidermis that is composed of cells that look like granules and are filled with keratin. These cells die as they are pushed to the surface to replace dead cells that are shed from the stratum corneum. Stratum spinosum, the spiny layer, just above the stratum germativium. The spiny layer is where the process of skin cell shedding begins. Stratum germativium is the deepest layer of the epidermis. This is the live layer of the epidermis that produces new epidermal skin cells and is responsible for the growth of the epidermis. Contains special cells called melanocytes, which produce the dark skin pigment called melanin. The dermis is the underlying inner layer of the skin. The papillary layer is the outermost layer of the dermis lying directly beneath the epidermis. It contains small cone-shaped projections called papillae of elastic tissue that is pointed upward towards the epidermis. Small papillae contain looped capillaries, and others contain small epidermal structures called tactile corpuscles with nerve endings that are sensitive to touch and pressure. This layer also contains melanocytes, the pigment-producing cells. The top of the papillary layer where it joins the epidermis is called the epidermal-dermal junction. The reticular layer is the deeper layer of the dermis that supplies the skin with all of its oxygen and nutrients. It contains the following structures within its network: fat cells, sudoriferous glands, blood vessels, hair follicles, lymph vessels, erecti pili muscles, sebaceous glands, and nerve endings. Subcutaneous tissue is the fatty layer found below the dermis, also called adipose. It varies in thickness according to age, sex, and general health. It gives smoothness and contour to the body, contains fat for energy, and acts as a protective cushion for outer skin. Blood delivers nutrients and oxygen to the skin and takes away cellular waste products and carbon dioxide. Nutrients are molecules from food such as proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. These nutrients are necessary for cell life, repair, and growth. Lymph, the clear fluid of the body that bathes the skin cells, removes toxins and cellular waste, and have immune functions to help protect the skin and body against disease. Networks of blood arteries and lymph vessels in the subcutaneous tissue send their small branches to hair papillae, hair follicles, and skin glands. Motor nerve fibers are distributed to the erecti pili muscles attached to the hair follicles. Motor nerves carry impulses from the brains to the muscles. Sensory nerve fibers react to heat, cold, touch, pressure, and pain, sends messages to the brain. Secretory nerve fibers are distributed to sweat and oil glands of the skin. They regulate the excretion of perspiration from sweat glands and control the flow of the sebum to the surface of the skin. The papillary layer of the dermis houses the nerve endings that provide the body with the sense of touch, pain, heat, cold, and pressure. Nerve endings are most abundant in the fingertips. Complex sensations such as vibrations seem to depend on the sensitivity of a combination of these nerve endings. Melanin, the tiny grains of pigment, the coloring matter, that are produced by melanocytes and then deposited into cells into the basal layer of the epidermis and the papillary layer of the dermis. The color of the skin is a hereditary trait and varies among races and nationalities. Genes determine the amount and type of pigment produced in an individual. Melanin is tiny grains of pigment in the stratum gyrativium. Pheomelanin is red to yellow in color, light-colored skin. Eumelanin is dark brown to black, dark-colored skin. Sun protection is melanin helps protect sensitive cells from the sun's UV light, but it does not provide enough protection to prevent skin damage. Usually on a broad-spectrum sunscreen with a sun protection factor, SPF, of 15 or higher can help the melanin protect the skin from burning, skin cancer, and premature aging. Broad spectrum means that the sunscreen product has been shown to protect against both UVA and UVB rays from the sun. Strength and flexibility of the skin. Two structures, collagen and elastin, make up 70% of the dermis and give strength, form, and flexibility to the skin. Collagen, a fibrous protein that gives skin form and strength. Healthy collagen fibers allow skin to stretch and contract. If fibers become weakened, skin can lose tone and suppleness, and it can wrinkle and sag. Elastin, a protein base similar to collagen that forms elastic tissue, gives skin flexibility and elasticity, helps skin regain its shape even after repeated stretching and expanding. Both types of fibers are important to the overall health and appearance of the skin. As we age, gravity causes these fibers to weaken. In the end, a loss of elasticity may result in sagging skin. A majority of scientists now believe that the most signs of skin aging are caused by sun exposure over a lifetime. Using a daily broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher, maintaining a moisturizing skincare regimen, and keeping skin free of disease will slow the weakening of collagen and elastin fibers and help skin look younger. Glands of the skin. Skin contains two types of duct glands that extract materials from the blood to form new substances. Sudoriferous or sweat glands excrete perspiration and detoxify the body by excreting excess salt and unwanted chemicals. They consist of a secretory coil, the coil base of the sudoriferous gland, and a tube-like sweat duct that ends at the surface of the skin to form the sweat pore. Practically all parts of the body are supplied with sudoriferous glands, which are numerous on the palms of the hands, the soles of the feet, the forehead, and the underarm or armpit. It regulates body temperature and helps eliminate waste products from the body. Sebaceous or oil glands consist of little sacs whose duct opens into hair follicles. They secrete sebum that lubricates skin and preserves softness of hair. These glands are found everywhere on the body except the palms and the soles. Sebum flows through oil ducts leading to the mouth of the hair follicles. When it becomes hardened and the ducts become clogged, a comedone, hair follicle filled with keratin and sebum, is formed. Open comedones. Ordinarily, sebum flows through the oil ducts leading to the mouth of the hair follicle. When the sebum hardens and the duct becomes clogged, a pore impaction, called an open comedone, also known as blackhead, a hair follicle filled with dead keratinized cells and sebum, is formed. Closed comedone, also known as whitehead, is also filled with dead cells and sebum but has a very small surface follicle opening and appears as a small white bump just under the skin's surface. This type of lesion can lead to acne, a papule, or a pustule. Acne, also known as acne vulgaris, is a skin disorder characterized by chronic inflammation of the sebaceous glands from retained secretion and bacteria. Papule, also known as pimple, is a small elevation on the skin that contains no fluid but may develop pus. Pustule is a raised inflamed papule with a white or yellow center containing pus in the top of the lesion, referred to as the head of the pimple. The 6 primary functions of the skin are protection, sensation, heat regulation, excretion, secretion, and absorption. Protection protects body from injury and bacterial invasion. The outermost layer is covered with thin layer of sebum and fatty lipids to make it waterproof. Sensation responds to heat, cold, touch, pressure, and pain. Heat regulation protects the body from the environment as changes occur in the outside temperature. The blood and sudoriferous glands of the skin make necessary adjustments to allow the body to be cooled by evaporation of sweat. Excretion is the perspiration from the sudoriferous glands that is secreted through the skin. Water lost through perspiration takes salt and other chemicals with it. Secretion is where the sebum is secreted by the sebaceous glands. This oil lubricates the skin, keeping it soft and pliable. Oil also keeps hair soft. Emotional stress and hormone imbalances can increase the flow of sebum. Absorption is some ingredients can be absorbed by the outer layer of the skin, but very few ingredients can penetrate the epidermis. Small amounts of fatty material, such as those used in many advanced skincare formulations, may be absorbed between the cells and through the hair follicles and sebaceous gland openings. However, cosmetic products are not formulated to penetrate the epidermis. Skin disorders, fatigue, stress, depression, and some diseases can be caused by an unhealthful diet or improper hydration. There are 6 classes of essential nutrients the body needs. These essential nutrients are obtained through eating and drinking. The body cannot make nutrients in sufficient amounts to sustain itself properly. 1. Carbohydrates are needed for energy to run every function within the body. 2 is fats. They are needed for many body functions, including hormones, sebum production, and absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Proteins, number 3, important for building muscles and blood tissues and for cell repair and replacement. Number 4, vitamins, required for many body functions to occur. Number 5 is minerals, used by cells to produce important biochemicals that have many body functions. And number 6, water, makes up 50 to 70% of the body's weight and is necessary for virtually every function of the cells and the body. The United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, developed by a special program to help people determine the amounts of food they need to eat from the 5 basic food groups. My Plate, and can be viewed at www.choosemyplate.com. Eating the recommended amounts of food from the 5 basic groups is the best way to support and maintain the health of the skin. Eat a variety of foods such as grains, dairy, vegetables, protein foods, and fruits. Check out www.choosemyplate.gov for the right mix of foods. Select a diet that is high in fresh fruits, vegetables, and grain products, and low in fats, saturated fats, and cholesterol. Eat moderate salt and sugar. Divide body weight by 2, and that is how many ounces of water you should drink daily. Minimize alcohol intake, exercise appropriately, and maintain and improve your weight. Vitamins play an important role in the skin's health, often aiding in healing and softening of the skin and in fighting diseases. There are 13 essential vitamins: A, C, D, E, K, and 8 B vitamin complexes. Vitamin D, A, and E, and K are fat-soluble vitamins found in fats and foods and can be stored in the body. Vitamins C and B are complex. They are water-soluble, meaning the body uses and loses them quickly, so they must be replenished regularly. Vitamin A supports overall health of the skin and aids in health, function, and repair of skin cells, improves elasticity and thickness. Vitamin C, needed to repair skin and tissue, is accelerated skin's healing process and can fight the aging process. It also promotes collagen and dermal tissues. Vitamin D enables the body to absorb and use calcium, promotes rapid healing of skin. Vitamin E protects skin from harmful effects of the sun's UV light. Water in the skin. To function properly, the body relies heavily on the benefits of water. It composes 50 to 70% of the body's weight. The amount of water needed by an individual varies depending on body weight and the level of daily physical activity. Sustains the health of cells, aids in the elimination of toxins and waste, helps regulate body temperature, and aids in proper digestion.